Hello YouTube, BlueMatona here, and welcome to Top 10 Strategic Provinces in Rome Total War. We're going to be counting down the 10 provinces in this game that I think are the most important to hold, not for necessarily the size and population of the province or anything like that, but for their strategic position on the campaign map and the advantages that they give you. So at number 10, we have the province of Trier. It starts in German hands at the start of the game, and it's located in a pretty key position as it's guarding from the open plains in the south there, where Roman troops from Italy and other barbarian troops from Spain and Gaul can march north and start to enter into your empire. That's going to be the main pathway in, and it's a pretty good province to guard against them. Its pitfalls are that there is a pretty large swath of land in the north where Britannia can move into your territory, but really any advance from the south is going to be passing through or pretty close by to where Trier is located. Number 9 is the province of Bailesora. As you can see, it's pretty well defended by the mountain ranges around the city itself, so it's very defensible. For people to attack the province, for other factions to attack the province, they have to basically be funneled into these narrow pathways towards the city through mountains, which can be defended by armies or forts and scouted out using watchtowers. Meanwhile, if you use this spot to amass an army that's going to be used for expansion, and you march north, you're able to move in any direction, basically, and start expanding further from there. Number 8 is Cydonia, which is modern-day Crete. While it is an island, what it does is let you basically guard between all of the major bodies of water in this game. So it's so centrally located that you can basically guard against fleets coming from Egypt in the east, from Carthage and the Roman factions in the west, or any ships coming from the north, which includes the Black Sea and all the factions that own provinces bordering there. So you can keep track of all these major fleet movements, and if you own it, you also get the huge advantage of being able to move your armies there and recruit Cretan archers, which, in my opinion, are the best archers in the game. Number 7 is Mediolanum. I was pretty split between Mediolanum and Patavium for this one, as they both guard the northern border of Italy, but I settled on Mediolanum for two reasons. One is that usually in a campaign, you're going to have more of a threat coming from the western side up here than the eastern side. And it's perfectly located right on two different mountain passes that come south and expand into Italy, while also being able to keep track of any troops coming from the west, from Massilia, or anywhere else over there. So if you're especially playing as the Julii, it's a very nice province to hold, and if you're playing as any other faction and you want to expand into Italy, it's a really good place to start from. For number 6, we move all the way to the east here to Cotes. It's a very well located city. As you can see, there is a massive mountain range in the north here that basically splits the map in two. And this city is perfectly located right on the main pass through that mountain range to keep any invading armies from the north from being able to get into your empire. For that reason, especially if you're playing as an eastern nation, capturing the city can be used to set a northern border for your empire, while you then focus on fighting your way through modern-day Turkey and Egypt. Number 5 is the city of Tarsus. Tarsus is a very good point right here that separates the west from the east. So if you're playing as, the Seleucids, or as Pontus, or as Egypt, it's an incredibly valuable province to hold, as it'll stop any nations from being able to march armies from the west into your territory. There really is just that one narrow mountain pass for them to come through, and Tarsus lies right on the other side to guard it. If they want to go around Tarsus, they have to go through the mountain passes in the north, which will take them many extra turns and let you be able to build up a strong defensive force before you get to that point. Number 4 is the province of Massilia. Massilia is very well located. Not only is it right on the Mediterranean in a pretty prime spot to be able to train up a navy, but it also controls access into the Italian Roman region in the east, into the Spanish region in the west, and into the Germanic and Gallic region to the north. It's very, very valuable, so I would recommend, if you're near it, especially if you're playing as Gaul, to rush and take this province right away. Number 3 is the city of Memphis. Now, I was a little bit hesitant to put this so high up on the list because it doesn't have access to a port on an actual body of water. As you can see, there is a port on the east here, but that little body of water is kind of worthless. But what makes this province so valuable, there are really 2 factors. The first is that it controls all movement between the east and the west in this choke point here in Egypt. So any armies coming from the west, it's a very defensible position, and any armies coming from the east, again, if you own this province, are going to be really easy to stop on their path over, especially if you own Alexandria as well. The second and big reason are the Pyramids of Egypt wonder, which increases loyalty of all Egyptians to whichever faction owns this province. So if you're expanding into the Egypt territory as part of your campaign, Memphis is really a must-hold province to be able to have a firm grasp on the region. Number 2 is the Spanish city of Osca. It's very, very well located, as you can see here on the northern border of Spain, and sort of does what Cotes does too, where it has the mountain range in the north and is perfectly positioned just on the other side of one of the passes that go through this mountain range. Owning this province will not only make defending Spain much, much easier, as any enemy armies basically have to pass through it on their way into the entire region, but also if you are trying to advance into Spain, once you take this province, you then have the ability to move either south, northwest, or directly west, and move through the other provinces of Spain rather quickly. And finally, the number 1 most strategically valuable province in this game is Corinth. Corinth has a lot of things going for it. First off, geography. It has a port in a very valuable location, and it's guarding a very narrow neck that leads into Corinth and Sparta there on the Greek peninsula. So if you own Corinth, I mean, you can really hold the Greek peninsula pretty well, as all armies advancing there, unless they come by ship, have to pass through that narrow neck. Additionally, the statue of Zeus of Olympia wonder is in this province, which gives a 20% public order bonus in every province, which is insanely valuable for a campaign. If you own Corinth, it's going to be a lot easier to keep your cities happy, especially as you get towards the late game. So it is insanely strategically valuable for expanding into other provinces because of the public order bonus, and is very naturally defendable, being positioned just on the other side of the very, very thin stretch of lands that leads into the Greek peninsula. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. I might do a couple videos like this in the future. I had a lot of fun doing this one and looking through all the different provinces and what their advantages and disadvantages are. And if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot. As you can see, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, as always, I look forward to seeing everyone in the next episode.